Hey, welcome back to the channel, those of you that watch my stuff. So today's video is going to be over a couple things. I brought all my crawlers out, and just to go over them, explain a few things, show you some cool stuff, and let's get into it. It's a little windy out, so hopefully the wind doesn't mess with my phone too awful much. So first up is the SCX-6 that I got. All right. The other ones are the SCX-24s. Now here are two different Chevys. Same model, but one's almost completely stock except for the tires. And I cut the wheel wells out so that they can get the full flex of the suspension without, hitting the tire and stuff and dragging and causing it to not operate properly. The other one is the one that I've completely customized. I'll get into that in a minute, but I know you guys have seen a lot of my videos where I'm driving with an inside cab view. I want to show you my camera, my little setup to hook my phone into it. So I have the slotted styrofoam. All right, and this is how I cut the windows open so that the windows can be closed. And I just run tape right here. If I want to if it's raining or anything, I decide to do a video, I want to be able to have my phone in there without risk of getting wet. So I didn't cut the window completely off. I just cut it so it can be bent down, and that's not, I've kept an eye on the cut, and it's not traveling any, so that works out really well. I have the slotted styrofoam here, which this piece just pops out. Hard to do with one hand. And that piece pops out. I slide my phone into the first groove right there, then I lock it into place with this piece right here. Now none of this is glued or taped into place. All right, it just slides in and, like tongue and groove, locks right in, keeps my phone stable. I love this thing. This thing has been awesome. A little dirty, but that's what they're made for. This right here is what a stock SCX-24 Chevy looks like. Mainly stock, except I put rims on it and new tires. That's it. No other what could be considered aftermarket parts are on this rig. And this is the stock battery for it. Little itty bitty guy. Works great though. That right in the body. This is the battery to my custom one. There's a lot of a size difference here. And you can order these on Amazon. Great battery. And what I've noticed is, because this one's a 30C, this one's a 35C, what I've noticed is the batteries combined with the bigger tires on my rig, which I'll show you in a second, this will outrun that one easily. I mean, it just pulls right away from it. Now I think it's a combination of bigger tires on that one, which makes the rotation a little bit better, and the bigger battery, which you'd think it'd slow it down because of the size. I mean, it's a lot heavier. It's like 3 of these ones, but it doesn't. It just takes right off. I'll show you the custom one now. Now the only thing that's still stock on this is I'm still running the stock motor. All right, still running the stock motor, still running the stock ESC, still running the stock steering servo. Other than that, the only thing else that's still stock on it is the chassis. All right, but I've got a functioning light bar on it. I had these skull cufflinks, and I said, you know what, those would look awesome sticking out of the front of this rig. Aftermarket bumper, rear bumper, and underneath it I've got all the suspension linkage. I've got the belly plate, I've got the boulder bars. These are all metal axles, steering knuckles, steering bar, aftermarket suspension on it. And that other battery, that new battery, does sit the back end of it right down too, because you figure it's on the back. It does set it down a good bit, but it still works out wonderfully. The battery for the SCX-6 I have, put them all side by side here. Big difference. A hilarious difference. You know, it's night and day, two totally different rigs. I also want to give a quick shout out to a buddy of mine real quick before I get into anything else. He started his own YouTube channel, going over, because we carry, you know, it's our constitutional right, and he started a channel called Freedom Frog Gear. There will be a link in the description of this video to his channel. Check him out. He's a good buddy of mine, and he's got some good information that he'll be sharing with everybody, along with just the curiosity of what do other people choose to carry. Anyway, back into this. The size difference in the tires, all right, are pretty great. You know, look at the hood level. The hood sits right up above, and even with, see, neither of the posts are up through the holes on either one of these. So that is the actual height of the difference between the ride heights of these two rigs right here. It's a little windy, or I'd be bringing out the obstacles, but they'd just blow it over. There's a styrofoam. But yeah, so this is gonna be the first video I shoot, and I'm not gonna be doing any driving in this one. I just wanted to show you guys what I'm working with here, because the size difference of the batteries being stock and not stock. I had to, when you buy this battery online, you have to get this little adapter kit too, all right, because this head does not fit into that. You gotta have this little adapter. I didn't realize that till after I bought it, and I went about a month before I could use it because I didn't have that adapter. You want to do this with one hand. Another thing is when I put the light bar on here, it does add a little weight, a little top end weight though. You know, you don't, you want to be careful adding that top end weight, or it'll just wants to roll right over on you. Now, I will be doing a little driving with the little one here in this video. I didn't bring the controller out for the other one though. Doing all this shit with one hand. Smoother than I expected. Alright, so I do have a blinking light over here, which you'll see in a second if it decides to blink, but that is a functioning light bar with all the wires and everything. And I tried to do decent wire management. I've got them all wrapped up in a circle. When you buy this light bar, it comes with like what feels like 45 feet of wire, and it's just unnecessary for the scale. I mean, it comes in handy if you have to run the wire around a lot of stuff, but it is a serious amount of wire. I'll show you guys a flex of this though, real quick. So you want to go until the back tire lifts up, right there. So that's front flex. They like to call it articulation, the way it articulates. Back flex, and you see why I had to cut the wheel wells a little bit, because the bigger tires and just the flex of the suspension, I mean, it goes right up to it. And if I'd kept the wheel wells the way they were, when you go to turn, all right, you go to turn, you know, it barely misses. Before, it would grind it on it, and it would catch it, and it'd go. It was very unpleasant. But I'll show you the light bar. Blinky's blinking a little bit. Oh, there you go. See, little blinky over there. I do not, however, you know, I've got this front light bar on the front, headlights and whatnot. I don't have brake lights on it. I'm thinking about getting some brake lights at some point. Unlike the SCX-6, the SCX-24s do not have a multiple speed setting that I'm aware of yet. You know, where you can switch between crawling mode and speed mode. The 24s just don't have it. Right here, do a little running around real quick with this one, I guess. Sometimes if I catch it just right, I can get it to try to crawl up stuff. One hand kind of. I'm not going to be able to do it with one hand. Not too fast, but I mean, this thing is endless fun. You know, build yourself some obstacles. Like I said, I don't have them out. I will be shooting more obstacle videos. You can refer to my older videos to see what it looks like while on an obstacle course. I didn't bring the controller out for the other one, so I can't show you a versus video just yet, but that will be in the future. Alright, that's a good 12-minute video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And like I said, look in the description for my buddy Freedom Frogs channel. Check him out. Go see some of the stuff he's posting. And I hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful day.